Marcus Rashford, Casemiro, Amad Diallo, Manchester United senior players have been left amazed by the tactics of the new Man United boss Ruben Amorim just after day one of training. Here I am to give you the reactions from the players, but also from myself after watching and studying, analyzing and scrutinizing videos of the first session of Ruben Amorim as Man United head coach. Welcome to the United Sport. My name is Webb, guys. It's the new era and it feels refreshing. Listen, when is the last time you watched Man United players tracking back as a unit after losing the ball? This is exactly what Ruben Amorim was emphasizing on day one of training. Do remember, he promised you that on the first match day against Ipswich, you are going to see an idea. Indeed, for me, I saw the idea on day one of training. So that's a post there on Instagram from Marcus Rashford saying, top session today after the training. And then there was one from Casemiro as well who said, top training today. Everyone, you saw the smiles on the faces of these players. It looked like they were happy, they were released, they were expressing themselves. Ruben Amorim taking part in the training session himself, running and bellowing instructions himself. He was conducting everything as a person. He was not sending, his assistants to conduct the sessions for him. It was him in charge to show these players that I know what I'm doing, even playing and pausing training, calling individuals, Kobe Maino, and explaining to him things and of what to do and stuff. This is exactly why he was brought in. Teach these players how to play football. Teach football. This is what Amorim is doing. But guys, I observed very many things in this training. First of all, it's already a back three. In the session, they had a session where they first played 11 without opponents, and just for them to get the patterns of how they have to attack, how they organize, and then in moments, Amorim would tell them to lose the ball intentionally and see them react, tracking back, and he observes everyone and how it tracks back and where they go. That was very important. Man United players were not tracking back as a unit. This is going to become a routine. It's going to become routine now for them to track back as a unit, and in specific positions, everyone knows where they're supposed to go and they track back after losing the ball. You see defenders taking position, you see midfielders taking position or staying them, and then later on he brought these under the under 16s, the academy kids, to now be the opponents, and still you saw how exactly they were dealing with them. This for me is a head coach indeed. Ineos brought in a head coach. So I saw beautiful things. One observations I made, of course, was the back three where Lenny Yoro was playing on the right. In the central defense of the back, in the middle of the back three was Johnny Evans. Of course, note that we have a full squad. These were based on who was available. So Johnny Evans and Luke Shaw on the left. Then Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo was on the right. I was playing on the far right. Then Malaysia was also enjoying himself playing on the left as a wing back. Then in the middle, Casemiro playing next to Kobe Maino. Then in front of them, the two, because he plays a 4-2-3-1. I think it looked like it was Mason Mount and Anthony playing behind Marcus Rashford, who was leading the line. That is how it looked. There is the width now is being exploited by the wing backs. That's Ahmad, who was on the right, and Malaysia, Taylor Malaysia, who was swinging in crosses. It looked different, but it looked simple to interpret. You could clearly see what they are trying to play. There was intensity. Now I'm just now talking about clips in training. But most importantly for me, I saw players enjoying themselves. Even when you look at the images from training, you clearly saw players enjoying themselves in training. For me, it was always important. It's been long since we last saw Man United players looking like they are enjoying their football. It's been long since we felt that players were enjoying their football. You want to see professional players train, but with enjoyment, enjoy themselves while training. Yeah, look at that. These were the smiles all over the pitch. No wonder after the game they were all quick to go to their socials and post how happy and how top the training was. I think for me, if Ruben Amorim ever needed endorsement as a head coach, because as a young coach like that, certainly coming in at Man United with players like Casemiro, multiple Champions League winners, all these so-called senior players in the team, the World Cup winners like Lisandro Martinez. I mean, fact that he played football not so long ago himself, and he was not achieving at the topmost level, certain players would undermine him. I think he needed to earn the trust from the first session, and I like the fact that he did not delegate his assistants, but rather chose to go himself all in and show these players what exactly he expected out of them, what he wanted them to do as an individual, running with them, tracking back. But you love to see, if you haven't watched these clips, I wish I had the rights to play them for you. You love to see these guys tracking back. It looks so good. It looks so uh, intentional, organized, and clearly you can see there won't be big acres of space left in the middle. And I've continuously spoken about how compact the formation he loves to play is. It is a very interesting thing to watch. I saw him pause Kobe Maino and explain to him a few things. You could tell that he was perhaps, giving a little bit more attention to this young boy. You get a sense that this is a coach who's going to improve individual players, give them time, improve them, and let's see after couple of months, a player growing from one level to another, we say clear improvement because we know we've got high potential players. You look at players like Garnacho, high potential player. He needs a coach who's going to help him improve and get onto the next stage. I felt for a long time that Garnacho had stalled, had stagnated. You're beginning to get a sense that maybe we're getting there in terms of having a coach who is going to help him improve and move on to the next stage or the next level in his career. So it's beautiful stuff there. Of course, it was only day one of training, but the fact that after day one, you could clearly see an idea. You could see the intensity with which the team was tracking back and defending, but even attacking and crossing balls, playing for each other. By the way, the system, the formation, this formation, I think, by nature, by its natural design, has got to get people playing for the team. There is no way you cannot play for the team in that formation because everything seems to be dependent on another. Everything, because if you play for yourself, when you're playing a back three, if you play for yourself, you lose the ball, certainly they're going to punish you. You'll be exposed. You'll clearly be exposed. So for me, it's a big thing that I think the first day looked positive. It's only the start, guys. Not that I'm saying we are going to be winning championships tomorrow. The results will always justify the means, but I think it doesn't mean we cannot track and scrutinize step by step what he does. We are watching, we are seeing it. I like the fact that they were even open enough to share clear videos showing the patterns because the opponents will be watching these videos and thinking, okay, this is what this guy is doing. Because you could clearly see, honestly, you don't need to be a football guru for you to see and tell what exactly Ruben Amorim wants to play, how he wants to play. In fact, you can even place the personnel. You can just adjust personnel. When certain all players are back and fit, you can just adjust personnel and say, okay, maybe these are the guys who are going to be playing here. But you love to see it. My name is Webb. This is the United Hotspot. The new United era looks impressive, exciting, amazing, encouraging. It looks, I think, promising. Every word. I can run out of superlatives to describe it. Well, let's wait and see. 24th will be the day. Today is the final day of the of the final international break. There is no more international breaks this year. The next will be, I think, in March. That's when we'll see them. So it's going to be a marathon of games. And trust you me, we are going to be here on the United Hotspot following all of them. I actually feel now I might go back to my watch alongs and my live show on this channel because of the excitement I'm feeling. I feel like I won't be dozing watching Man United matches no more. I feel like the intensity, for me, most important, the intensity and passion I'm seeing in the players, I feel like, and the coach, I feel like there is no way I will be bored watching a Man United game. The reason I stopped doing watch alongs was because honestly, I reached a point and I was so bored during the watch along. So you can imagine watching along for a 2-hour game. You're talking for about 3 hours, including the pre-match and maybe the post-match. But there is no fire, there is no excitement in the team. You reach a point and you lose. You're talking alone. You're talking to yourself. You reach a point and you lose the fire. But this time around, my feeling is I will have a lot to say. and maybe we shall have the watch alongs return here on the United Hotspot, but also bring back our live show on the United Hotspot. What do you think? Drop a comment and let me know if you think we need to have our live show back, but also you can suggest the time. What should be the most conducive time for our daily live show? Just one live show a day. What time would you want it to be? Let me know what you think. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe because, guys, the new era is here and we should grow with it. We are watching. We need to be a part of it in every little sense of the word. Catch you later, fam.